Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we're pretty much ready to deploy again, and the Hunchback will still be running a little hot since we didn't manage to salvage a single one of those roughly million heat sinks in the last episode. Yeah, you know, you win some, you lose some. I do want to just quick run through our mech warriors, make sure there's nothing to be done there. Yeah, that's correct. We ended kind of early last episode. I don't expect that to be the case this time. We're going to be doing, that would be an escort mission. I think we'll do this battle mission. That's a lot of pay and not a lot of salvage. We're going to do the escort mission. Okay, that's a double priority salvage. I'm happy with that. So we'll take the Javelin, Vulcan, Raven, Hunchback combo. I just want to make absolutely sure that our affinities for those mechs are correct. Yes, they are. The J. Edgar is, of course, also going to be coming along. We can't bring the Panther or the, obviously, Assassin just yet. The Assassin is going to have some issues for a little bit yet until we can get our hands on a little bit bigger of an engine. But for now, yes, I'm aware the Hunchback is underweight. It's going to be running hot, and there ain't much we can do about that. There just is not. Not until we get some more heat sinks, though, and I'm hoping that we'll get some of those out of this. This is an escort in the desert, isn't it? I think I remember seeing that. If so, the Hunchback's heat might be a little bit of a yikes, but we'll keep an eye on that. We will certainly keep an eye on that one. So what do we have for our briefing? We just need to escort the convoy to safety and escape. We've had reports of pirate activity near one of our outlying bases. Unfortunately, we already have a military supply convoy in the field, and it will be easy prey for a force of mechs. We need you to rendezvous with the convoy and protect it while it's being evacuated. Not much to say, Commander. Davian made a tactical fumble, and we're going to bail them out. The convoy lead is privately offering to make sure a few crates of ammo fall off the truck if we get them home. Well, I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that at all. Is this desert? Yep, this is pretty much desert. Okay. Our heat's going to be interesting. Now, we are playing with the ability to control the convoy units to some extent. We have to keep moving them towards the next location, but that's going to be a thing. Okay, we do have allies. This is the capture zone. I don't suppose we can just deploy up here. Okay. We simply can.
Well, this is a hell.
That's a lot closer than it would have been if we didn't control our deploy point, so I will happily take that. Ally turn is currently bugging out a little bit, but that's to be expected. Okay, the Javelin can simply move over here. Is fine, I guess. I want to see if the J. Edgar can capture this point. Yes, it can. Okay, now we don't technically know where the evac point is. Not yet. We'll find out in a little bit. Okay, our allies are going to just run around over here and not do much. We kind of expect that from them, honestly. Okay. What do we got here? We have a bunch of J-27s. That is going to be interesting.
Waiting for orders.
Okay. Do the J-27s have evasive pips? They do not. That is definitely going to be interesting. We're going to reserve here. Okay, we see a Cattle Master. That's not that threatening. It did not manage to hit any of those missiles. A Cattle Master plus a Harasser with an already crit SRM. Okay. We're going to sprint up with our Javelin here. Not like we're able to do too much.
What can I do?
Now, these transports, I want them to immediately move up and hide in these woods. And brace.
Good to go.
Did you not get a brace? Did not.
Got it.
Unless it's just not showing up? Maybe there's a slight bug. Nope. This one did get a brace. Or no, that's just cover. No, the brace is not working on the transports. Okay, noted.
Moving out.
Well, we'll still do what we can on that.
Orders?
The Vulcan can sprint up over this way.
On the move.
We are in LOS of this J. Edgar. I am going to fire the Ultra AC-5 here. These hit odds are honestly better than I expected.
Engaging with target.
And we actually hit one of them, which is also better than I expected. Okay, we're going to move up with our J. Edgar, and I would absolutely love to move up over here. Yeah, that's a speedy boy. There's no doubt about that. We're going to pot shot this J. Edgar. Yeah, we didn't hit. I didn't really expect it to. Hit odds were not the greatest.
What do you
Okay,
need?
the Hunchy is going to be hard-pressed to get into position for this, but we can utilize this water to our advantage if we can get there.
Standing by.
The Raven will move up over here, and I think we will continue to focus fire on their J. Edgar. 12.5% compared to 4.7 and 16.9. Actually, the Cattle Master is the better hit odds. Yeah, we still missed, but that's okay.
Lucky that one.
And we will move up this last transport into the cover. Okay. Our allies are closing in. So are they. Not a whole lot happening that round.
Waiting on you,
Okay.
Commander.
The Javelin is going to sprint up as much as it can, and we're now going to delay the convoy as much as the game will allow us to. I am going to take this shot, even though it's low odds.
Firing everything I've got.
Okay, we got a hit. That's better than I expected. There we go. Get in there with that. I'm not sure about that minefield. This is a hovercraft, right? Do J. Edgars pop minefields? I guess we'll find out.
For orders.
Well, we want to keep moving as slowly as possible right now. SRMs on the J. Edgar? Sure. We did hit one of them.
What can I do for you?
We want to stay in this forest as long as possible again. Yeah, I don't expect that machine gun to hit at that range. There's no way.
Need some more time in the simulator.
Yeah, you weren't the problem there, honestly. This Raven is kind of stuck. It would have to go around. Okay,
Understood. Moving fast.
we'll have to do that. 0.9, 2.9, and 6.5. I expect nothing from this salvo, and I'm not disappointed.
I missed.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to move up with the Hunchy.
Going full
I
throttle.
think we can get down that, is the idea for the Hunchy.
Standing by.
The Vulcan is going to close in over here, and we're actually going to sprint in
Double time. Let's go.
just as close as we can. Fire on the J. Edgar.
Copy that.
Yeah, we didn't exactly succeed. I'm not surprised.
That didn't hit.
Nope. And you shouldn't have expected it to. Okay, we're going to move up with this transport, hide in the woods. Our allies are closing in over there. The Cattle Master moves up, fires on our J. Edgar, does no damage.
Waiting
And
for
we're
orders.
going to move into the woods here with the J-27.
Moving out.
Excellent. We managed to delay a turn there.
Receiving.
Now the question is, yes, we are going to pop mines. Okay. We can move in directly behind this J. Edgar, though.
Position confirmed.
That didn't actually pop mines. Okay, so this is a hovercraft, and I guess hovercraft don't pop mines regardless of what the tooltip says.
Whatever you say, boss.
Good to know. We missed everything. I'm not hugely surprised by that.
Missed.
Indeed. This is kind of bait. We're trying to get their Harasser and Cattle Master to close in over here. And they're kind of taking the bait. Kind of. I wonder if these showed up previously. This is the first time I've really noticed this line of smoke. I mean, I've seen the smoke previously, but I wonder if these were here beforehand to let us know where the evac point was going to be. If so, I applaud the RogueTech devs for that change. Because that's a good one. If not, well, then I'm disappointed in them. Okay, we're going to move up here. The Harasser is going to be hard to hit in that mineral field, but we're going to continue pot-shotting it. Oh, we did get a rear... Was that rear arc attack? At any rate, we got an AC5 in there. I think that was front arc on that Harasser. Well, game, you gonna remember how to go? Maybe not. There we go. Okay. It finally figured it out. Wonderful. So the mines are completely useless against their hovercraft, of course.
What can I do for you?
And we're going to close in with our javelin here. This is front arc on the Harasser, which is honestly ideal. It's got basically no armor left there. If we hit that with 2 missiles, the Harasser dies. And there it is.
Knocked out a vehicle.
Fantastic.
Orders.
Okay, the Raven is going to sprint forward here.
On my way. Double
And we do see a J. Edgar way out there, but I think the Cattle Master, the Cattle Master is still the best hit odds. We've still managed to not hit it, though. Wonderful. Okay.
standing by.
So, if we don't have to worry about these mines, then we can simply move up here.
Roger that.
Yep, we had a couple landmines explode. So I guess maybe hovercraft only have a reduced chance to blow up the mines, perhaps? Interesting. Regardless, this Cattle Master has very, very little HP back here.
Giving him everything I've got.
That will make him very, very sad.
Good to go.
Okay. I would love to move over here. Actually, the game will let us delay another turn.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I'm actually slightly shocked.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be yelling at me for that one. But no,
Moving
it
fast.
seems to be okay with it. Okay, the J. Edgar is moving up. It moved up a fair amount, actually.
Oh, it took some shrapnel.
It fired on the transport, but stray-shotted the head of our javelin, which was rude. Very rude. Cattle Master firing on the transport does 4 damage. We don't care.
Nice try.
Excellent.
Waiting for
And the transport, this transport anyway, will simply move
Don't make
there.
you tell me twice.
This one will just stay put, honestly.
Good for now. Cooling down a bit.
A Myrmidon isn't going to be effective way out there.
Ready for orders.
We're going to close in with the Raven.
Confirmed.
21.7 versus 16.9. We will, honestly, take the J. Edgar here. Do we get that narc? Ooh, we got the narc. That was actually huge. Okay. So this J. Edgar just took a ton of damage.
Good to go.
Like a ludicrous sum of damage. We're going to move the Vulcan up over here.
I got
Our autocannon is jammed, but that's okay. We're just going to pot-shot our short-range weaponry. It's not going to work, but this J. Edgar is actually very close to dead.
Good to go.
We're going to move up with this J27 a little bit.
I hear ya.
And these others, they're just going to chill. We've just about got this under control. We just need one more turn.
Yep.
The Hunchback is going to sprint forward to here. Now, this is not good positioning
Eat.
for this firing, but... Oh, we actually got a hit in there and killed it. That was actually super lucky.
And stay.
Not only did we just win a less than 1% roll, we also hit the correct position out of 4 it could have hit there.
ready to get it on.
That was really lucky. Unfortunately, it didn't matter.
Here it comes.
Like, that thing didn't pose a threat to us.
What can I do?
But it was still lucky. And we'll take it. We're going to move up with the transports at this point. This Cattle Master is not threatening.
Firing everything I've got.
Okay. That wasn't particularly useful. Cattle Master moves up, fires on the Raven, does 10 damage. That's not very important, honestly.
Waiting for orders.
The Javelin, however, can get into rear arc on the Cattle Master here, so that was actually a huge misstep on the part of the Cattle Master. The Cattle Master probably dies here.
We can do this. Let's go.
Yeah, that was a huge tactical mistake. Okay, sounds good. Well, we're now out of combat, so let's get in there.
Coordinates received.
The J. Edgar can get all the way up here.
Let's move.
That's fine. And the transports can now... Distance from Convoy? Oh yeah, the average Convoy position mechanic. Yikes. I want to move this Convoy first because of the average Convoy position mechanic. There we go. We have to keep them together, otherwise it won't let us move it. And we have to keep moving towards the target as well. Our allies are just messing around over here at this point. But let's get the Javelin up over here. Yeah, dropship is inbound there. We don't want to go there.
Moving to position.
Let's get the Vulcan up here.
On my way.
The Raven over here is fine. The Hunchy over here. Let's get the J. Edgar over here. I actually meant to get into the woods, but that's fine. Yeah, that's a little bit too far for the distance from Convoy mechanic. We should really be moving the back one first because of that every time.
I hear ya. Don't need to tell me twice.
Yeah,
I read you,
like that.
Commander. Moving out.
Okay. Our allies are moving around, being useless. Wonderful.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay. We are going to choose you first, and we're going to see if we can just get you in there. Yeah, there we go. Does that create more contacts? Yes, it does. However, we expected this. That's pretty normal.
Good to go.
So these guys will hop up over here. Excellent. This transport right up over here, and I'm choosing to shy onto this side of this hill for LOS purposes to protect them, because they will have to survive for another round. The Javelin can close in over here. What do we see? An LRM carrier, a Clint, a Chameleon, and a Cloudbuster. Okay. The Vulcan can come up over here, the Raven over here. The Hunchy is going to be a long ways away, but the J. Edgar. The J. Edgar can make its way over here into a flanking position. Okay, Sumire, load them up, get out of here. They'll have to stick around for one more turn, but that should, in theory, be okay. Now, I believe, yeah, these guys do still have their drop-in evasive pips, so we want to wait for them to move first. Okay, phase 16 mover, it is the Clint. It just guarded. That's fine. What else do we have? The Chameleon. It moved and guarded. Fine. What else do we have? We're going to continue reserving for right now. Cloudbuster. And it didn't do anything. And finally, we are going to see this guy move eventually, the weapons carrier, LRM. There he goes. Fires on the Javelin, misses everything. Fantastic. Okay, now we did build up a bunch of hesitancy with that reservation, but that's okay. These guys, they're going to go ahead and just chill here.
Waiting for orders.
Excellent.
Orders.
The J. Edgar is going to cruise around. That's actually 3 evasive pips, and I like that. We're going to cruise around here behind the Chameleon. This is not perhaps the best position, but I wanted a few defensive evasive pips. Okay, medium laser doing some work there.
Good to go.
Commander?
The Javelin is going to sprint in over, I guess, this way.
Moving fast.
It's not ideal, but 3 evasive pips is the best we've got right now.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
We did manage to hit the Chameleon with one of those SRMs, so we'll take that. The Hunchy is a long ways away, unfortunately.
Ready for orders.
But the Vulcan can come in over this way. I do actually want to sprint to water.
Roger that.
Okay, and do we want to fire on the Cloudbuster here? No, the Chameleon is the obvious choice. Even though this is front arc.
Target for an alpha strike.
Okay, some damage there. I did not mean to reserve.
Aye, aye.
Apparently right-clicking the reserve button also clicks it. Noted.
On my way.
Okay. We definitely want to hit the Chameleon here, see if we can narc it.
Roger.
Nope, no narc. Sad.
That didn't hit.
Okay, so what is left? Simply
What can I do
this
for ya?
transport. Okay, they are out of here. They all survived, so we can now extract ourselves, or we can fight this mixed medium and vehicular force, and there's going to be some good salvage in that. So I definitely want to take them out if we can. We're going to close in with our Raven on the Chameleon here.
Got it.
We're going to roll the dice on that narc again. Yeah.
Firing.
Ah, we missed the narc again. Sad. If we could hit that narc,
That's a miss.
the Chameleon would be in a world of hurts. Okay. Well, the ferret is actually trying to do something, so that's, you know, something. Okay. That's quite a bit to the javelin there. The javelin doesn't have much in terms of armor. Noted. Cloudbuster moves up, fires on the ferret. It is an AA tank, so that is probably the best thing for it to do. Now, I want to get in with the Vulcan right behind that Chameleon. Sadly, our Ultra AC5 is jammed, and we can only punch him because I think of height differences. Yeah, I'm guessing height differences. But that's okay. We're going to get in behind him.
On it.
And miss. We had good odds on it, but oh well.
Negative damage.
That is a structure exposure. We will take that. And our AC5 is now unjammed. The Clint moves up, fires on our Vulcan side arc, misses everything. I like it. I like that a lot, actually.
Waiting for orders.
Our J. Edgar is going to close in up over here. This is 3 evasive pips, or we could close in even more and get 6 evasive pips. Face this way, but still turret to hit the Chameleon. I like it.
Aye, aye.
And yeah, we still have good hit odds here.
Taking the shot.
Not as good as I would have liked, but it worked.
Good to go.
Okay, can we get the Javelin into rear arc without exposing its rear arc? Its rear arc is super weak. I think the Javelin is going to have to accept side arc. Move up over here.
Sprinting.
Vigilance, because I do expect that they're going to hit the Javelin. And then we can rear arc attack this SRM carrier. Actually, that's only 45 HP. And we have good hit odds. We could very easily kill this LRM carrier. Do it.
All weapons on go.
And there it is.
One less vehicle.
Yeah, that worked out very well. Okay, the Hunchy is going to try to close in and fail.
On it.
Oh, I thought I sprinted that. Apparently not.
No time.
Oh well. Well, we'll see what our allies decide to do here. We've already killed one of the units there, and we've broken the rear armor of this guy. It does have to calculate this ferret's move, though. There's that Cloudbuster over there. Now, if it's smart, the ferret will try to close in and do some rear arc damage to either the Clint or the Chameleon. It didn't do rear arc damage. It tried to do side arc damage. We will see, I suppose, if it manages to get a halfway decent ace pilot move. At least as soon as the game is no longer frozen. Maybe? It's calculating it. Okay, it's retreating. Fine.
Commander.
The Raven could simply back off to ideal range on the LRMs here. That's not quite ideal range. We'd have to sprint if we wanted to do it. Like that.
I copy.
We could try to narc him. And we did narc him. Good. That's an engine core crit.
Scored a critical hit.
That is an engine core crit. That means that he has an XL engine. Which means that we take out this torso, and that chameleon is dead.
Yes, Commander.
Do it. I want you to actually melee him, though. And we can only punch, but we can still fire the AC-5. Maybe we should actually just fire here. We could back off a little bit for ideal range on the AC-5. Turn something like this so that they don't have rear arc on us unless they move the Cloudbuster, which they'll certainly do. But we could do that. And now we have, I think, better odds of taking out this torso. Okay, that works too.
Destroyed.
That works too. Okay, what's the Clint gonna do? Fire on the Vulcan? It actually missed everything, even though we only had a single evasive pip. That was a bit lucky. We'll take that, though.
Good to go.
The J. Edgar, I absolutely want to move it in behind the Clint.
Location confirmed.
Get in there. Okay, 9 rear arc damage there. Not the best. But I've seen worse. Yeah, right in that torso. We'll take it.
Waiting for orders.
The Javelin can come in over here, and that's actually rear arc on the Cloudbuster. We are unlikely to... Actually, we would have to rely on crits. Every single hit would have to hit, and we'd have to rely on crits to kill the Cloudbuster here. I don't think it's happening, but we'll get some damage down.
What do you need?
The Hunchback will attempt to close in and fail.
Out.
It's just way back there this whole time. That hurt.
I'm getting all shot up.
Engine Core 180 crit there. That is not great.
What do you need?
We want to close in with our Raven for sure.
Heading out.
And hit this Clint with our LRM-15. This is our final LRM-15 round.
Engaging. Target.
And we did narc him. But we didn't hit anything else, even with a narc.
LRM.
Wow. Okay. Clint already moved to this round, didn't it? I don't know. Every time we get to this Ripper, though, the game freezes a little. Phase 14. Okay. No, it did not. But the Vulcan hasn't either.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is the start of a new round. Okay, the Hunchy can close in over here. And this is a side arc attack on the Cloudbuster.
Take this.
We hit 2 of them. Okay.
Waiting.
Better than expected, to be sure. I want to move into rear arc of this Clint. Kick him. And we'll see if we manage to hit the AC-2s.
Move order received. Targeting for physical attack.
Does reduce his initiative, but it's not super useful. Hip destruction.
Scored a
Yeah.
critical hit.
That's not... It's not super useful. The Javelin is in danger here. Substantial danger. Luckily, the Clint missed the autocannon, and it stray shot the Cloudbuster. Ooh, the Cloudbuster goes again, though. Okay. We got super lucky there. The Javelin could have very easily died. This has been going well, but it's very lucky that it's going as well as it is. We don't deserve what's happening right now. I'm going to position the Javelin like this.
Double time.
So that it is much more difficult for them to hit the Javelin's center torso. I'm also going to Vigilance, just in case. And we're again in a position where this Cloudbuster is very unlikely to die here.
Let's get fired up.
Yep.
There's work
Okay.
to do.
The Myrmidon is firing on the Clint. And missed. I'm not surprised. That range was very unlikely.
Commander.
The J. Edgar is going to move in over here.
Aye, aye.
Go for that sweet, sweet backstab. If he's got an XL engine, this will kill him, but he probably doesn't.
All weapons are
If we hit that torso, that is. Which we did not. We are, however, overheating him pretty dramatically.
receiving.
I do like to see that. I want to move in the Raven over here. And the question is, what do we have the better odds on? Slightly better on the AA tank. We did manage to narc it there. Okay.
What's up, boss?
Now let's see here. Phase 16 move, phase 14 move, phase 17 move. Just thinking here. This is a rear arc attack on the Cloudbuster. Let's finish him off and try to save the Javelin this round. Oh, we missed the melee attack there. 70% chance. Sad. That was very sad. That would have been a guaranteed kill if that had hit. We're going to have to move in with the Hunchy as best we can. 21% versus 24%. Now the Cloudbuster is in fire. It moves phase 12. Our Javelin moves phase 16. I think we hit the Clint here. This is hitting it weak side if we're hitting into that left leg.
Firing.
Okay, some damage there. I'm assuming we're going into that Ripper now. That does indeed appear to be the case. A lot of nothing happening there. The Clint is going to fire on the Vulcan. And it missed. We'll accept that. That's completely fine. And it just failed to shut down Override. That's very nice.
Good to go.
Finish that Cloudbuster. This is a guaranteed kill. There we go.
Vehicle killed.
Okay. Now they're rear arc attacking the Clint with the J. Edgar. That's fine. We're going to do the same with our J. Edgar. We've got extremely high hit odds.
I copy.
And that is an ejection. That's actually really good for us that that guy ejected. That's amazing for us. Let's see what we get from salvage here. This is going to be interesting, trying to get all this online. If we get what I think we're going to get, well, it's going to, I think, require rouletting no matter what. We did take some Javelin damage. That's fine. There's the Chameleon. Yeah, there's all those Clint parts. What are the hard points on that Clint? Mediocre. Very, very mediocre. Okay. The Chameleon, on the other hand, has really good hardpoints. I think we're going to take that. We'll roulette the Clint. The hardpoints on that, I'm not too concerned about. Now, we could work on salvaging an LRM carrier. And that might not be the worst thing. I think we'll roulette that as well, and maybe take this LRM 20. Let's see, what else do they have in here? Engine Core 240 might be enough to get the Assassin online. And a 180 just to be on the safe side. And a heatsink just to guarantee that we get one this time. Since the Hunchy needs some. How many heatsinks did we get? Just that one! Wow, okay. I'm glad I got that. SRM6s, we've got 4 of them. We'll sell those. The primitive armor, get out of here. A basic cockpit, we've got one. Engine Core 080, we'll keep. 180, we'll sell. 240, we are keeping. This heatsink, we're keeping. Basic sensor, we can sell. Primitive sensor, we can sell. The standard heatsink cooling, we'll keep. These are generic structures. We can get rid of those. LRM ammo and machine gun ammo. Now, Yang can do all of the repairing, I believe. There was an engine crit, wasn't there? I think Yang will fix crits. He just won't replace destroyed items. So we'll try that, and we'll also attempt to get that assassin online with the Engine Core 240. Oh, hello. What is this? I don't know why the game just gave me a thumper ammo. Okay. Yeah, get started on those repairs, Yang. That's super cheap. We did get pretty lucky on some of those. There's no doubt about that. That's not a problem. Okay, let's hop in here. I want to do a little bit of work in here before we end this episode. I want to put that heatsink into the Hunchback. I don't know why we got that thumper ammo, but I'll happily take a thumper ammo. We just need a thumper to go with it and a hardpoint to put that in. We'll slap this heatsink into here. That's great. And we can also put in a small laser over here. Drop maybe a tiny amount of leg armor. Like that. Okay, we'll get the Hunchback in there. And then we can get 4 more heat sinks in there. Now, as far as the Assassin goes, I want to see just how fast an Engine Core 240 makes it go. It goes 6 and 9? I think that's okay. Maybe not the absolute best, but reasonable. We can put a Comm Suite Plus in there. I would like to put better FCS in, but that's simply not going to be an option. We'll remove the SRM and the SRM ammo, and we'll put these 2 jump jets into the legs. We'll max out that armor, and we will go ahead and put in the Streak SRMs, like so. And then the Streak SRM ammo can go into the legs, like so. Our heat efficiency is absolutely fine. Now, we are 4 tons overweight right now. I do realize that. We'll put in ferrofibrous armor, endo steel structure. That puts us about 1 ton overweight. Okay. What else can we do to drop weight? Well, we don't necessarily need all this armor in these arms. We can drop these down to, say, 40, maybe 30. I don't want to drop them too much further than this, though. I was hoping to have a little bit more weight than this to work with. Down to 20. That's about where we need it to be. Technically, we could get this to like 18 and 18. That does mean that these are pretty vulnerable to getting blown off. That is true. We could ditch 1 jump jet and put this jump jet in the center core. Bump these up to somewhere like 40, 41, and 40. That's the best we can do. Okay, I'm reasonably content with that. We'll get that started. Hang on. Too few heat sinks? We require an external heatsink on this. Let's see here. No, it should be in here. Yeah, there is an external heatsink on here. Well, that sucks a little bit. I guess we'll buy 1 heatsink. I really hate to do this because they're super expensive and they're super common. Like, I feel like purchasing heatsinks should probably be a little cheaper considering how common they are. But when you need them, and to some degree, you're willing to pay the price. As long as you've got the money. Okay, so there's the free heatsink on there. Our heat efficiency is overkill. But for now, that'll have to do. Okay, and with that, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time, when we will see if any of these mech warriors need training, the ones that aren't currently ready. See you all then.